Buon sabato. Come state? Come state? Spero che voi stiate benissimo. Io sono tornato dalle ferie, anche il bambolotto è tornato dalle ferie, anche se il bambolotto si nota che non ha preso le scottature, io le ho prese al posto suo. Vi ricordo come sempre il punto esclamativo conta. Per tutti gli altri dei CTRL M. Vi ricordo anche che attualmente online c'è Solo Umido con Games and Demos, Solelle con Leggera Ferronterra, Viking con Rumbleverse, Frozen con Splatoon 3, Virkiwi con 4 chiacchiere, Tepruld con Arte, The Date con Arte, Il viaggio di Martis con D&D, Spaghetti Sir con Splatoon 3, Tagishi con Splatoon 3. Molto bene, a quanto pare è uscito Splatoon 3. Penso poter da quanto tempo che non ci sono. Ok, ok. Cosa c'è di nuovo? Cosa c'è di nuovo? Niente. C'è che continuiamo a giocare ai giochi che abbiamo lasciato prima delle vacanze. Vi ricordo che ci sono un po' di sconti in giro. Cos'è che è questo gioco? Ah, ok. Ho un po' di giochi in lista desideri in sconto. E basta, dai. Iniziamo a giocare. C'ho amici che stanno giocando a Sea of Thieves. Non Fall Guys, Secret File. Stasera ci dovrebbe essere appunto il grande ritorno di Black Mirror 3. Quindi lo faremo 2 volte questo mese. Ok, una domanda. È veramente l'episodio 3 o l'episodio 4? Non saprei, non ricordo. Do un'occhiata. Aspettate, eh. Ce li abbiamo ancora tutti qua. Black Mirror, Secret File 2, Secret File 2. Non c'è un Secret File 3. Niente, c'è da fare. Questi qui sono biglietti che ho dato a mia sorella per andare oggi ad un castello e altre cose che sono mie. Va bene. Devo più che altro riportare i video su YouTube. Una cosa che riporteremo. Il gioco. Perfetto. Carica partita. Il gioco si sente? No, che non si sente. Adesso si dovrebbe sentire. Dove eravamo rimasti? Qua. Mm.
As if George Rooney would ever board a ship like this. The photo of an insignificant soap opera actor. You seem to be really impressed by the photos.
They're okay, but I've seen much more impressive collections. My own, for example.
He's looking at the photos on the wall with...
Non mi ricordo che cosa dovevamo fare. Menu diario. Mm. Ok, dobbiamo investigare.
Poor soul. Hopefully she'll be. People don't lie like that. Something's very wrong here. The captain may well finally call me mad, but if some... I must convince the captain that there...
Ok, non abbiamo niente da cui investigare.
That guy with the wig is in there. No matter whether he really is the ship's doctor or not, he's got something to hide. I need to...
Mm.
A roll...
Stuzzicadenti nell'alluminio. Cosa ci fanno? Che cosa ci posso fare?
Something is still missing, otherwise...
Eh sì.
My ticket for a potential dream journey. I'll build a model of the atomium. Even complete modeling amateurs like me can do that. If that doesn't win me a prize, I don't know what will. What a fabulous construction. If only my handicraft...
L'ho già visto, ma non so che cosa potrebbe significare. Letteralmente ho perso tutto.
Nobody... If I hadn't seen the owner, I'd say her... These clothes really... TV inspectors would probably find dozens of pieces of evidence. I assume the captain...
La borsa niente e le tende peggio che peggio.
Why do cabins like this always seem...
Ah,
Here is my contribution. Can I win this great trip now?
The atomium. Well, you really have chosen the easiest of all possible landmarks.
Hey, don't put my work down. I went to a lot of trouble making it.
All right, this type of contribution also has a chance of winning our great journey. Here, please bring this ball to the prize draw in the next port. And with a bit of luck,
I'll soon be sitting in a coach full of people with smelly feet and screaming kids. I'm already looking forward to it.
yay!
you don't have to win the trip if you don't want to.
Yes, I do. Sorry, I'm just not feeling too good right now. This was meant to be a vacation already, but maybe I'll have more luck next time around.
Numero 27. Perché ho preso una pallina?
My handbag.
Mm.
Hello, pretty lady.
No thanks,
Oh, what a shame. You don't know.
So much for that gorgeous weather. Something's definitely brewing up there.
Why are you working as a barkeeper now? Didn't you have enough work to do as a porter?
Yes, more than enough. But what am I supposed to do? Special circumstances require special measures.
You're telling me. Where's your colleague?
That's a very good question, which I have already asked myself. When I see him next, he'd better dress up warm.
The question is, does the barkeeper's disappearance mean he had something to do with yesterday's events? And if so, is he the victim or the perpetrator? I must keep my eyes peeled and my ears to the ground to make sure I don't become the next person everyone worries about.
For how long has little Oscar been drumming already?
It seems like forever, but that's probably just my impression.
Yes, probably. Can't you persuade him to take a short break, or a long one?
I've already tried that, and it turned out to be a serious mistake. The kid would probably have stopped a long time ago if he didn't know how much he's annoying me.
And you put up with that?
He is the captain's son.
I see.
But maybe you can do it. I'd be eternally grateful.
I won't promise anything, but I can try. Is it worth opening the bar? There's not really much happening here.
To be precise, there's nothing at all happening here. But that's no wonder with that racket going on. Who wants to listen to hours of arrhythmic drumming if they can avoid it? But as long as there are no other guests here, I can at least escape the noise with my MP3 player.
I'm leaving now for a while. If I bump into the barkeeper while I'm gone, I'll send him to you, okay?
I would be very grateful to you.
Forse so dove va la pallina.
Nice drums you've got there.
They're bongos.
Oh, sorry. How could I?
No problem.
You're making a terrible racket with those things. Can't you occupy yourself some other way?
Sure. No problem. How?
Well, how about playing ping pong, for example?
I've already played that. But the last ball fell into the sea.
Che palle.
Well, what about swimming?
No, that's really boring.
Yes, well, what about reading?
Even more boring.
I can see it won't be easy to persuade you to stop drumming.
Right. That won't be easy.
Don't worry, I'll think of something.
Well, now I'm really curious.
Cheeky kid. I like him, but it's difficult to look past that cheeky kid label.
The barkeeper told me you scared off all the guests with your racket. Don't you think it's time you stopped that now?
No.
You can accuse him of a lot of things, but at least he stands by his opinion, loud and clear.
Okay then, I'll leave you and this deck to this terrible noise.
Yeah!
Yeah!
Oscar, you wanted to play ping pong, didn't you?
I can't. My ball went overboard.
I found you an almost perfect replacement.
Cool! Thanks. Oh, what's with the number on it?
It's a very special ping pong ball, and that's all I can say.
And yet another chance of a nice vacation slowly going downhill.
Great, thanks. I'll go straight down and get my bat.
I'll just take these bongos to be on the safe side. A few hours break from this racket won't do any harm.
Mio.
Hasn't the barkeeper reappeared yet?
No, unfortunately not. If you see him at all, please send him to me.
Okay, will do. Nice and quiet here, isn't it?
Yes, how did you manage it?
Secret of the trade.
What a shame. I would love to know how I can avoid the boy's jokes in the future.
Yes, the kid's a crafty one, but I like him in spite of that. Or maybe because of it.
Above all, I value peace and quiet. Thanks a lot. You've done me a great favor. You've cut down my aging to its normal level. At least for a short time.
I'm leaving
vecchiaia.
now for a while.
Avrà
If I bump into the
40,
barkeeper while I'm
50
gone, I'll
anni,
send
non
him
di
to
più.
you, okay?
I would be very grateful to you.
Can I borrow that?
You restored peace and quiet to the deck. It's the least I can do for you.
Is that a yes?
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Ok.
Headphones with an integrated MP3 player. One CD. Looks I had
Le cuffie posso fare qualcosa? Con i bonghi?
Thank you. I've What's the doctor doing in this cabin? And is he really the doctor? And if he is, why is he wearing a wig? He won't hear me. What's the... That must be cabin number 4. It's been sealed. It leads... It's been sealed. That way... I'll leave a few. It is clearly too high to...
Come posso rompere le palle a questo qui?
You seem to be real...
They're okay.
The door to the... Course, people don't...
Ci ho provato a utilizzare i bonghi.
The key... I wash my hands. The wash basin and faucet, as well as almost the entire room, seem to have been ignored whenever renovation and/or repair work have been done.
Sono in un bel punto morto, vediamo.
Hello, pretty lady.
No thanks.
What a shame.
I'm glad I don't have to see people like... The television is...
Dobbiamo parlare col capitano? Basta del capitano.
Hello. What can I do for you?
I was in the sickbay earlier, and I'm pretty sure there's something wrong with this Katharina Jordan person. I can't say I find her particularly likable, but the way she was lying in her sickbed looked so odd.
Don't you worry. Our ship's doctor is an excellent man. He knows what he's doing.
That may well be, but he wasn't anywhere to be seen.
Do you really think the doctor would just leave his patient to die? I'm talking to you right now, but I'm still making sure we always stay on course at the same time. Just trust the experts. They know what they're doing.
I can instantly think of about 1,200 examples of the opposite, but I'm not going to be able to convince the captain without concrete proof.
Does your doctor wear a wig?
Not that I know of. Why?
He's in a passenger's cabin at the moment, and he's definitely wearing a wig.
Look, I don't want to get personal, but you seem to have experienced a number of strange things here on board. Exchanged suitcases, disappearing handbags, doctors who went overboard.
What are you saying?
I'm not saying anything, but please understand, I've really got enough to do on this ship without taking care of the passengers' entertainment program.
Well,
Now just go and find yourself a nice deck chair and enjoy the journey.
but...
Do I really look like some bored bimbo who just makes all this stuff up in order to grab the limelight? It seems I do. So I need proof. Okay. So I'll
Penso che
get
adesso
some.
possiamo contattare il...
I'll let you get back to work.
Thank you.
Hello, Mr. Lee.
Hello, Miss Kalenkov.
Could I possibly borrow one of your cameras?
I'm sorry, but I never lend them out. Since that time with Gina Turner.
Yeah,
Gina
I
Turner.
get it. But it would only be very briefly. The Polaroid will do, and it really is very important.
I'm sorry, but if a star should suddenly turn up here for whatever reason, and my other cameras weren't working, and the star left the ship before you returned with the camera,
Don't you think the likelihood of that scenario actually taking place is much lower than the risk of being struck here and now by a coconut?
you would be surprised how many people.
All right, I can see that you can't be convinced with words. Do you know that George Rooney is on board?
Yes, of course. He's sharing a cabin with the Pope.
Don't you believe me?
Of course not. He wouldn't board a ship like this if you paid him for it.
I wouldn't be so sure. Haven't you seen the photo on the wall yet?
What photo?
Come with me, I'll show you. Here.
That would be a sensation. That would be too good to be true. But what would he be doing here? No, it can't be. You just want to annoy me. If George Rooney was on board, I would have noticed a long time ago. And you'd hardly be seeing him alone without bodyguards.
He's traveling in disguise. Of course, that goes without saying.
And why should he do that? He could buy a much nicer and larger ship anytime.
He still has his doubts, but with a bit of convincing, I could persuade him to take a photo of that false doctor. Then I would have proof that something here isn't quite right.
There's this new series called, Emergency Boat. That's why Mr. Rooney has to spend a week on a small boat disguised as a doctor. It's really the only way he can see what the working day of a ship's doctor is like, so he can play the role perfectly.
Sounds logical, but it seems too good to be true.
Just come with me. I even know which cabin he's in.
I can hardly see anything. Is that really supposed to be George Rooney?
That's what I said. You can take your photo now. It'll make you a star among the professional paparazzi. But I want a copy too.
That doesn't help me at all. There'd be nothing to see on the photo except his back.
He's right there. I'll have to find some way of making sure there's more of him to see. I'm just about as musically gifted as... I'm just a...
Aspetta, usciamo e proviamo da fuori.
A strange... If I can... He won't hear. The porter is behind.
What shall we do with a drunken sailor? What shall we do with a drunken sailor? What shall we do with a drunken sailor? Early in the morning. Put him in the longboat till he's sober. Put him in the longboat till he's sober. Put him in the longboat till he's sober. Early in the morning. Hello, Mr.
Hello,
Do you think
No.
I saw...
You would...
Basically.
Okay. I'll let you know if...
A strange cabin, that wig, and the fight last night. Even if I can
Ok. Adesso funziona.
Hello, Mr.
Hello, Miss.
You would...
Basically.
Okay. Okay. Now...
Really? Yes, it should work now. But he doesn't really look like George Rooney. Are you sure?
Of course, he's disguised himself so that people won't recognize him. Otherwise, he wouldn't be able to prepare for his role peacefully.
Sounds logical. Another one for you. You've earned it. Here, this is for you. You just can't imagine what a favor you've done me. This is one of the greatest days of my life. Thanks a lot.
The pleasure's all mine, and many thanks for the photo.
Andiamo ad incastrarlo.
Hello. What can I do for you?
Un attimo,
I've taken a photo of your alleged ship's doctor. Either the guy just likes dressing up, or we're dealing with a swindler here, or perhaps something even worse. Are you convinced now?
Oh my god, you're right. But I don't understand. Could you explain?
I can try, but I'm afraid I don't know much more. The question is, shouldn't we take care of the false doctor first? He should certainly be able to answer some of our questions.
Good idea. Come with me. I'm curious to hear what he has to say for himself. So, where is he?
Sick bay?
Okay, let's take a look. Miss Jordan! Oh my god, she's dead!
Do you see the welts on her throat? She was strangled.
What do we do now?
I don't know. In any case, you should inform the police, right?
Yes, good idea. Why did this have to happen on my ship? If this gets out, nobody will want to travel on my ship anymore.
Is that all you can worry about? There's a woman lying here, obviously murdered, and you're worried about business?
You're right. I'm sorry. I don't know what came over me. It must have been the shock.
All right, but you should really call the police now.
Yes, I will. I'll send out a radio message and make straight for the nearest port. Please wait here and make sure nobody touches anything.
I can do that, but please hurry. I don't feel really at ease next to a corpse.
Cosa potrà andare storto per ora?
Poor Miss Jordan. Who did that to her? And why?
E
What was
niente.
that? It sounded like shots.
Pure.
Nobody can escape their fate!
Thanks, you have. But what?
Later. Now, first we need to...
Oh my god! It's all true!
E quanto alta quell'ombra. Quindi dovrebbe distruggere le coste. Quell'ombra. Nel frattempo, in Indonesia, Indiana Jones dei poveri.
Phew! That was the last of the gear from the boat. It's pretty warm here. Yes, very warm.
You'll get used to it. Well, I sure didn't expect to see you here, not even in my wildest dreams.
Well, you know, when they asked if I'd like to do a photo documentary on Sam Peters, the famous archaeologist, it didn't take me long to make up my mind. It's a small world, huh?
So it is. I think I haven't seen you since our college days. How long ago was that?
Can't be all that long ago. We're both still in our early 20s.
Sono ancora
Right.
sotto i 30.
And you still look just as attractive now as you did
Allora,
then.
Thanks.
So, before you get so embarrassed that the ground swallows you up, would you like to rest for a bit? You must be tired after that long journey.
Asleep on my feet, to be honest, but there's a couple of things I'd like to know before I hit the hay, or my curiosity will probably keep me awake.
Okay, here's a brief summary. I followed up on some rumors about the existence of an ancient temple. After months of searching, I finally found it. A few weeks ago, my team and I started examining the outside of the temple more closely.
Your team? Where did they all go?
That's a long story.
Keep it short.
I had 5 native assistants and 2 colleagues from the university in Jakarta, but the moment we got here, things started going wrong.
In what way?
There were certain incidents. At first, it was things disappearing, then scaffolding collapsing, and finally, my 2 colleagues just vanished without a trace.
Without a trace? You mean they never came back?
No. Instead, this guy showed up and told my native workers that they were desecrating sacred ground.
What guy?
I don't know. He certainly wasn't dressed for the jungle. Went about wearing some kind of robe all the time. A really sick individual.
So what did he want?
He said that the volcano in the west of the island was going to erupt soon, and that only Puritas Cordis could help us escape from all the disasters that are about to strike.
Puritas Cordis? That European sect that keeps predicting the imminent end of the world?
Beats me. I would assume he was just some grave robber trying to get rid of us so he could have the temple's treasures to himself. That volcano hasn't been active in decades.
Looks like his threats got to your workers, though.
No, they didn't run away until the guy came back, ranting about how something terrible would happen very soon unless they left this place at once. Next day, they found a dead orangutan in the camp. This animal is sacred to the natives, so they freaked out. I've never seen anyone run so fast and so far.
And you've been here alone ever since?
Yes. I've sent for more people from the mainland, but these things take longer here than they do elsewhere.
So I've noticed. Have you been inside the temple yet?
No. I found the back entrance, but I cannot get the door open. It has a strange inscription. I managed to decipher it, but that didn't get me anywhere. I'll show you tomorrow.
Okay. I think it's time I got some sleep anyway.
Perfetto.
Oh, just one more thing. What's with the strange totems set up all around the camp? You're not superstitious, are you?
No, don't worry. But the peacock feathers keep the wild animals away.
Really? How so?
They see the big eyes on the feathers and think, wow, if that's the size of its eyes, how big is the whole animal? And then they scoot fast.
Oh, okay. But it doesn't seem to have worked on that monkey over there.
Thank goodness. He's the only one left. Every morning when I walk over to the temple, the little guy runs on ahead and waits for me there. He comes to get me in the evenings, too.
I see your magnetism doesn't work on humans alone.
You'd better get yourself to bed. I'll show you around tomorrow. Maybe your flirting will improve after a good night's sleep.
I'll do my best. Sweet dreams.
Thanks. Same to you.
Help me! Sam, no funny business, or I'll bump you off in the spot. What's going on?
Botta in testa?
Sam?
Dormire una botta in testa.
I'll go back to my patrol then. You should be able to handle this, right?
Sure.
Remember, the girl must not cross our plans. The last couple of test runs were far from perfect. And if the dress rehearsal goes bad as well, we'll be facing one heck of a problem.
I get it. I'm not stupid.
Well, one could argue about that. But I hope you know what is at stake. This UN meeting gives us a unique opportunity. Puritas Cordis cannot pass up this chance.
The bimbo won't escape. I'm watching her like a hawk.
Hello? I am not a bimbo! And I won't be locked up either. What is all this about anyway? Let me out of here now!
We warned you more than once, but you just had to go all heroic on us. You should have done what your workers did. They were smarter than you and cleared out right away.
How dare you talk to me like that? I have a right to know what...
Shut it! One more word and I'll break your jaw. I've gotta go. Keep guard here until I come back. And if she gives you trouble, just shut her up for good.
Okay.
Uh-oh, another fine mess I've gotten myself into. I have no idea what they want from me, but they don't appear to be the most likable people I ever associated with. At least that one guy has left. He made an extremely brutal impression. I hope the other one isn't quite as nasty. No idea whether Max is still alive, but somehow I need to draw attention to myself. Maybe somebody out there will notice.
Ok, siamo la tipa.
These scary faces are supposed to keep evil spirits away from the temple. Unfortunately, it didn't quite work for my charming guard. There is a hole right under that ugly mug. It's pitch dark. I can't make out a thing. It's empty. I could stuff the signal rocket in there in order to control its flight path. A fat lot of good that does me as long as I have no means of igniting it. Should I take the orange or maybe the banana? A raspberry, perhaps? If I had a drop of sherry, some lemon juice, and a little whipped cream, I could make a fruit salad.
Macedonia.
I think I'll have a banana.
Banana.
I'll just take one of these oranges. A raspberry might be a good choice. I should not remove more than 3 pieces of fruit or someone might notice, and the stupid guard will start asking stupid questions. This construction doesn't roll. Delicious. Unfortunately, I cannot think of anything usable that might be I could push it through. I should first make sure that. Delicious. Tell me. Hey, you! Will you look at me when I talk to you?
Are you talking to me?
Yes, of course I am talking to you. There is nobody else present, and this cage doesn't provide a whole lot of opportunity for going out, meeting people, and making new friends.
Huh? What?
Good question. A very good question indeed. Whatever is going on here? What do you think you're doing, dragging me from my tent in the middle of the night and locking me up in a cage? Okay, so it's a jungle out here, but that doesn't mean you have to exhibit manners that would make Ivan the Terrible blush.
Huh? What?
You already asked me that a few seconds ago. Do you have a very limited vocabulary? Are you extremely slow on the uptake? Or do you happen to suffer from short-term memory loss?
Huh? What?
All right. Next question. Is the dim-wittedness of the average guard inversely proportional to the budget for voice artists who synchronize minor characters? I don't assume you can answer that one either.
Huh? What?
Oh, please deliver me from this evil.
Addirittura.
That animal back there?
What about it?
Am I right in thinking that the poor creature perished from a long and futile struggle to carry on a reasonable conversation with you?
Huh? What?
I'll take that as a yes. I'll try and make it simple for you. Why have I been locked in this cage? What have I supposedly done?
Looks like you were in the way.
In whose way? Yours? Are you with that weird sect, Puritas Cordis?
How do you know?
Right. Now at least I know that Puritas Cordis is behind all this. They have been bothering me for a while, but I still have no idea why. So who was that other weirdo? His dress sense was even more outdated than yours. Where did he go? To get some fashion advice?
None of your business.
I beg to disagree. After all, I'm the one locked up here, and there has to be a reason. So I do think that it is my business. Besides, I am going to have to report the two of you once I get out of here for kidnapping, hostage-taking, unlawful detention, and exposure to tasteless clothes.
You are not going to report anyone. Trust me.
This wasn't really what I wanted to hear. Are they just planning to let me croak here? The face on the temple wall behind me is almost as scary as your dress sense and nearly as awful as your intellectual style of speech.
What?
When see bad face on temple wall, me get bumps of goose.
Just shut up. I keep trying not to look at it. But no matter where I go, I feel this thing is always hunting me, always watching. It knows everything I do, my every thought.
It knows what you think? Obviously, it doesn't know a whole lot.
Do not mock the face. It can hear you and will punish you horribly.
What do you think it will do? Make me wear something atrocious?
Just go on like that. You'll see where it gets you. I want to leave here as soon as I can. Get away from here. Far away.
I am temporarily losing the necessary motivation for this conversation, so feel free to go back to staring idly into space.
Ok.
Somebody must have brought it here, because the bogs of North and South Carolina are its only natural habitat. Unfortunately, a locked bamboo cage and a very unfriendly guard. No idea what kind of animal this used to be. It must have been lying there for some time.
Siamo parecchio bloccati.
I should not remove more than 3 pieces of fruit or someone might notice, and I should put some back. I'm putting the fruit back into the bowl, but first I'll remove the skewer. What do I... I'll just take... I'll just take one of these oranges.
Andiamo arance, vediamo.
I'll just take one. I should not remove... Not a bad concept. The oranges roll smoothly enough and could be used as wheels. Maybe I can build something around this. The signal rocket goes into the bamboo tube, and then I adjust it a little, and voila! We've got what I like to call a mobile rocket launch pad. A bold design and a bold plan. Fits well together. I only hope my little contraption will stay on course.
Oh, why do these things keep happening to me? Ooh, what a mess. Someone should really... Where is Sam? What happened here? I vaguely remember hearing voices and... Oh, they kidnapped Sam. What am I going to do? Find Sam? But where do I look? She could be anywhere. I don't know my way around the island, and there are plants growing everywhere. Not a chance. What was that? The signal rocket was fired near the temple. Did Sam do that? Or could it be a trap? I've got to risk it. I can't let Sam down.
Dai, proviamo. Andiamo oggetti a caso.
Let's see.
Prendi lo zaino? No.
Sam sure. Sam's. Some documents that belong to Sam. According to the heading, this is a translation of the temple door's inscription. Sam must have put a lot of effort into this. It says, "Honor the goddess enthroned above all. With her radiant being and ever-open eye, she looks down upon her subjects, the mute and the homeless. Yet they have no one to blame for their miserable state but themselves. Were they not so self-centered, then they could see the riches at their feet, the queen's gold." If these totems really keep the wild animals...
Devo prendere una penna di favore perché ho letto occhio, quindi per forza.
I don't even know which of these have been planted and which of them are just weeds. Botany is not a hobby of mine. A papaya tree. Actually, it's not really a tree at all, but a herbaceous perennial. But I don't think these details are so important right now.
Minchia.
This is just like paradise. It's stuck. Some of these tent poles still look halfway usable. I'll take them with me. The explosion destroyed everything else, I'm afraid.
Okay.
The fish are just avoiding... The fire's gone out, but the ashes are still... I don't think I should light the fire. If the guys who kidnapped Sam come back and find a... I don't usually go around tearing out flowers, but maybe these will be of some use.
Penso che stiamo raccogliendo tutte cose per...
Not a chance. Either I'm too much of a weakling, or I've decided it's the second
per
alternative.
aprire la zona di là.
By the time I've waded through the water to reach the frog, it will have hopped onto the next leaf and be sitting there, laughing at me. Being laughed at by a frog is... It's much too... This isn't going to... Sometimes it... Good idea. This isn't going... One of the... I didn't come here to chase monkeys, and I'm sure he's better at climbing than I am. How am I going to find the way to the temple in this jungle? Well, I've got to try this. Oh, you want to show me the way? Cool. Off we go then. Listen, little fellow. I'm a lame, untrained biped. You will need to slow down a bit. The first couple of yards were fine, but then you just disappeared, so please, wait for me next time, okay? I need to think of something so I can follow that monkey more easily. It's against my principles to give alcohol to animals. For one thing, it's not funny, but cruel. And for another, who knows what I might still need it for. Nina Kalenkov, my ex-girlfriend. Something between heaven on earth and the fires of hell.
Cosa posso fare?
Fancy a papaya? I'll take that as a yes.
Forse dovevo colorarlo.
Not so fast this time.
E niente.
Look. I need to... This is just... Just wait a few minutes. Hibiscus tea, very nice. Now it's red dye, not at all appetizing. I wonder what it will turn into if I wait any longer. I don't have that much time. Better... The papaya is...
Adesso darò papaya. Così almeno c'ha tutte le mani rosse.
Hey, how would you like a tasty papaya? There, buddy. Now you've got red hands too.
Quante impronte.
I don't care how fast you run now, just as long as you stay on the ground so I can follow your red tracks. This looks like the temple. There's no sign of Sam, though. The monkey's tracks lead around the temple. Guess I should follow them. There she is. She's locked in a cage, and the guard is heavily armed. Things aren't looking too good from here. Maybe there's another way to get to her.
Max! He's alive! He found me! Now I stand a fighting chance of getting out of this cage in one piece. I had better keep quiet so the guard won't get suspicious. As long as I am the only one who knows that Max is prowling around this temple, our chances of launching a surprise attack aren't all that bad. I only hope that Max has got a plan, preferably a good one.
If only I had a plan. I'll just take some of these. I can't get there without... I'd rather stay in hiding. Besides, I bet he's not alone. A dead animal. Why would they light a campfire?
Vediamo.
This isn't some...
Sapete quello che puzza come la morte?
A strange plant. It reeks of carrion. Flies seem... How am I supposed to... I can't... I can't get out from behind the tree without being spotted. But maybe it will smell bad enough from here to distract the guard. The guard isn't reacting at all. I guess the distance is just too great.
Aspetta, so dove andare. No?
The donut used to be wrapped in this.
No.
I can't see a hit. This is pretty big. I'd rather not meet the... There are some strange white lines on this tendril. No idea how they got there, or what they mean. There are some strange white lines on this tendril. No idea how they got there, or what they mean. There are some situations where it's more convenient not to have hands covered in bee stings. Therefore, if Sam's translation is honor the goddess enthroned above all, with her radiant being and ever open eye, she looks down upon her subjects, the mute and the homeless. Yet they have no one to blame for their miserable state but themselves. Were they not so self-centered, then they could see the riches at their feet, the queen's gold.
Ok. La dea di sopra di tutto. Hai visto nulla che possa alludere ad una dea? Forse un nome? Essere radioso, che sia essere capace di mettere luce, l'occhio sempre aperto. Ok. Il muto, non tutti gli animali emettono suoni. Senza tetto, non può certo trattarsi di un animale che porta sempre con sé la propria casa. L'oro della regina con le regine del regno animale, sede dell'oro, o almeno qualcosa che ne abbia il colore.
It won't fit. It won't.
Aspetta, inizio che lo dicevo. L'occhio è sempre aperto, ok. Muto come un pesce, se non mi sbaglio c'era un pesce che saltellava di qui e di là.
The fish. I'll just use done. Smart fish. Instead of getting... Use the flag as a fishing net? Huh? Well Well, that was...
Easy. L'altro sarà il nieve, comunque.
It's empty. A hole in the wall. A scrap of cloth fluttering in the breeze. But is it Sam's?
Avrà qualcosa per... no?
White berries of some kind. Unlike... I can't... I guess the... The bamboo tube is too short to push that smelly monster. I'll put 2 of these poles together. That will give me an extended range.
Ok.
Yuck! What is this horrible stench? It's worse than a skunk!
If I ever decide to become an evil mastermind, I'm going to make sure I never employ guards with sensitive noses. There's not much I can do with it from here. There's a hole in the wall beneath. I can't get there without being spotted. I don't see any way of communicating with her from... I don't see any... Looks like... I can't get... If the Venus flytrap is hungry, let it find its own food. It's not getting these cute little fireflies. There are too many bees. If I had enough time to wait for the Venus flytrap to devour them all, I could just as well wait for them to die of old age.
Okay.
I would never...
No.
I don't... A stone. It's as flat as the jokes that I used to keep hearing from that lady I don't want to think about anymore. A green balloon from Sam's backpack. I don't even want to know why she brought this on an archaeological expedition. Why does
No, che cosa mi servirà?
just stay? Now what? Yikes! There are still a few bees of... Phew, that was...
Ok.
It's light enough.
Cosa mi potrebbe mancare ancora?
There are about 2 million bees in... Now I have a piece of... If I use... If I use this to cover the hard hat's lamp, I'll have a colored light. If I use...
No?
A scrap of cloth. This isn't some TV crime show, and I'm not a forensics expert. This scrap isn't gonna tell me the family history of the person it belonged to, nor what that person dined on this week. So I may as well just leave it there. I can't get there with... I don't need any more.
Ok, ho ripreso questo.
Oof. Even from here, that thing still stinks of cat. It looks mighty hungry. I would never have dreamed that catching frogs was this easy.
Fatta. Sento abbastanza semplice. Mi mancano due cose essenzialmente. Hai visto nulla che possa alludere ad una dea? Forse un nome? L'essere radioso? Preferire essere capace di emettere luce? Tecnicamente mi mancano solo le lucciole. Come faccio a prendere le
How am I
lucciole?
supposed to catch flying creatures with my bare hands? If I could do that, I'd be working in a circus. If I use this... A list of planets compiled by Sam. The natives of this island must already have known many of the planets in our solar system. That's sensational. And if I've interpreted Sam's scribbles on the back correctly, this list of planets and the symbols represent some kind of divine hierarchy. Venus, the goddess of love, is right at the top. Must have been a pretty fertile civilization, I guess. Little... I'll just get rid of this web. I don't want to walk right into it by accident. There are some...
E mi sono sbarazzato dalla ragnatela, quindi se si ritorna...
The spider made a new web in record time. Either it just works really fast. Looks like we've got some kind of contest going on here. I destroy the web, the spider rebuilds it. I destroy it again, the spider... I'll bet anything that the web will be whole and
Ok, però provo a fare qualcosa qua. No? Ah,
Come on, my... Nothing happened. Maybe I haven't put all the right items into the niches yet. Nothing.
ok.
Symbols can't be pushed or moved in any... If Sam's translation is correct, it says, honor the goddess
Onora la dea
enthroned
al di
above
sopra di
all.
tutto.
With her radiant being and
Grazie
ever-open
all'essere
eye,
radioso
she
e
looks
all'occhio
down
sempre
upon her
aperto
subjects,
e la vide
the mute
il
and the
muto e il senza
homeless.
tetto.
Yet they have no one to blame for their miserable state but themselves. Were they not so self-centered, then they could see the riches at their feet, the queen.
Ok.
Nothing happened. Nothing happened. Maybe I haven't put all the right items in.
Dovrebbero essere giusti. Forse così? Proviamo. No.
Looks like the Venus flytrap is full. Too bad. All those flies on the Rafflesia. A strange plant. It reeks of carrion. It won't... The inscription looks... No. No. The inscription... It won't fit.
Cosa potrebbe essere?
Nothing happened. Maybe I... The niche is in... A honeycomb full of taste.
Sono in crisi.
Nothing. If Sam honor the god with her radiant being and ever open eye, she looks down upon her subjects, the mute and the homeless. Yet they have no one to blame for their miserable state but themselves. Nothing. If Sam honor the goddess enthroned above with her radiant being and ever open eye, she looks down upon her subjects, the mute and the homeless. Yet they have no one to blame for their miserable state but themselves. Were
Non so dove sto sbagliando.
Say, ribbit. Yes, I like you too. The first fish I ever caught. The first fish I ever caught. No, it's not dead, just asleep. The first. If I use this to. Why does so many. The inscription. The niche is empty. The inscription looks pretty old, so it is highly unlikely that I need to place any modern. A green. If I use the.
Non so come poter andare avanti con questa parte perché ho tutti gli ingredienti quelli che mi ha dato, ma non girano. Vediamo un po'. La luci. Ok. Ah, a quanto pare non è la rana quella che devo mettere.
You can use bait. A slug has
Ho trovato una lumaca.
I can't see a hand. Done! Yes, I am so great. They should make me the leading man in a movie or in a computer game. Okay, let's see what awaits me in this temple and how I can get to Sam.
Oh, what was that? The barkeeper shoots at me and then takes off in a helicopter seconds before the ship is swallowed by a gigantic monster wave? Did I just dream that? Why would that guy shoot at me? And did he know about the wave, or did the helicopter just happen to pick him up at exactly the right moment? Probably not. After all, he was going on and on about the end of the world and being rescued by that Puritas Cordis sect. What is the meaning of all this? By Poseidon. Looks like I've got quite another set of problems for now. The ship hasn't sunk yet, but since it capsized because of that monster wave, it only appears to be a question of time. I've got to get out of here, and fast.
Se non mi sbaglio ci sono le scale che ci fanno passare avanti e indietro, ma lasciamo tutto così. C'è rimasto un bongo. Ah, qui l'altro bongo. Ci fermiamo qua e usciamo. Ok. Allora, io vi ringrazio tantissimo di essere passati di qua. Vi ricordo questa sera alle 22 con Black Mirror 3 e che cosa d'altro? E lunedì riprendiamo ufficialmente comunque tutte le ore giuste. D'altro non so che cosa dirvi, se non che cosa di andare a trovare queste persone qua. Sì, ci andiamo così di filata. Ok? Salutatemeli tutti e ci vediamo. Ciao!